What did she say to you? What's your relationship like with her?
Well, we both train a lot in Orlando at USTA, so I mean, I always see her around campus, and she's somebody that I've always looked up to, so I guess it was like kind of a big sister kind of role.
Hailey, this was your first WTA match win, is that right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What was it like? You had the crowd on your side. Obviously, you're from Washington D.C, but what was that like to have that atmosphere for your first time?
I don't know. It felt really good. Like half the match, like I couldn't even like feel my legs. Like I don't know. I really can't describe what it felt like, but it was amazing. Like having everybody in the crowd like cheering for me. I knew every other person in the crowd, so like it felt really good.
What were you able to do well today? What do you think you capitalized on?
I think that like my mind was really like I was really focused, and I didn't let anything get to my head. And I just played my game and played within myself.
It's our first time getting to see you for a lot of us. I'm curious if you can just sort of talk through your tennis background and being from DC, like where and when you started playing and how short version of your life story basically.
Well,
tennis life story.
I started playing when I was about 4 years old, and I started training here. Like I played here. This is my first ever like tennis academy, going anywhere to get a lesson or anything. So I played here for a couple of years, and then I started training at JTCC, and like 20 minutes from here in College Park, Maryland. And I just recently, a couple of years ago, moved to Orlando to train at USTA. So that's my tennis story.
Okay, so you were with the Washington Tennis Education Foundation
Yeah.
here? Okay, cool.
Just want to ask, with Coco's run recently and Katie's playing now as well, I know you're a couple of years up on them, but the three of you have kind of come up together. How has that been like, sort of going through a new experience with your peers, and how do you guys maybe feed off of each other and drive each other to this success?
I mean, we all train together like throughout the year, and we all know each other really well, and we're pretty good friends with each other. So I mean, we all want each other to do well, and it's always motivation when your peers are doing well. Like you want to compete against them, and also want them to do well. But it's always good competition, something to drive you.
Did Coco's run at Wimbledon maybe give you a little confidence, even just watching, knowing?
I mean, yeah, it was really cool to see her do so well on such a big stage against all the best players, and like obviously that gives her a lot of confidence, and knowing that she's one of my peers, it gives me confidence too.
She was going to run over and watch the end of your match. Have you talked to her at all? Or?
I saw her like briefly just after her match, and just gave each other a quick high five. She said congrats, and she's like family, so we know each other pretty well.
More sort of local questions, like what neighborhood did you grow up in DC?
Northwest DC. I literally live on Kennedy Street, like 5 minutes away.
That's like right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very close.
Yeah.
And what schools did you go to? Or how long were you in school here?
I went to Shepherd Elementary, and now I'm homeschooled. I've been homeschooled since I was in like 4th grade. So.
How much time do you spend in DC during the year?
Not enough. Maybe a couple weeks out of the year.
You really are giving us your life story. How often have you come to this tournament? So you're local, so have you? I'm assuming you've come to this tournament as a fan.
Yeah.
What's your, I guess, history and relationship with the tournament itself?
I've been coming to this tournament since I was like training here, I guess, so since like 5 years old, and I used to always sneak in. Like I never really bought tickets. I'd always sneak in behind back fences and everything. And I knew some of the people that worked here, so they'd let me in on the back gates. But I mean, I've been coming here since it was like Mason, and there were no women playing, so it was really cool to get a chance to play on the same stage.
A few blocks away, but what brought you here, if you remember?
I mean, I grew up just playing around with my dad, and we just hit around a little bit, and I don't know, he wasn't good enough for me anymore, so I needed somebody a little better.
Is he still coaching you?
No.
You won't listen to anything.
Who are you working with now on your team?
I'm working with Shawnee Anderson, a lot, and here I'm working with Kathy Rinaldi. I've been working with her the last 2 weeks, and Joey Burkhart. So, yeah, those are really the main people I've been working with lately.
I think you're playing Stadium Court tomorrow night versus Mladenovic. What do you think of that match, and what do you think of playing on the Stadium Court tomorrow night?
I'm just gonna go and play my game and try to be as relaxed as possible and just not think too much about who I'm playing or where I am, just be myself.
For all the time you spent at this tournament as a kid, any particular matches or players stand out to you for your memories that you remember seeing and watching and like?
I mean, I always like to watch Gael Monfils. He was really exciting to watch, always, and I'd always watch his matches and try to get his autograph afterwards. And then a really close friend of mine who's like a brother, Francis Tiafo, has been playing the last few years, so I always come out to watch him.
Did you succeed in getting that Gael Monfils autograph?
I did.
How many times?
I can't count, really. I've got a tennis ball with like everybody's autograph from a couple years ago, but